The fonts you use decide a lot whether your design feels polished and intentional or awkward and confusing. Good pairing is the bridge between style and clarity. It makes type tell the right story and guides the reader's eye without them even realizing it. Just a quick note on terminology. In typography, a typeface is the design of the characters like Helvetica or Garamond. A font is the specific version of that design, like Helvetica Bold at 14 points. When we talk about font pairing, what we're really doing is combining typefaces so the fonts we pick work in harmony. Most designs only need two, but sometimes you'll add a third for a special reason. Font pairing is one of those things that when you get it right, your audience will connect with your message instantly and they'll remember it. So let's start with a pairing that might surprise you, because by modern design standards, it doesn't handle pairing in the same way that we would today. The Main Street Cinema banner mixes hand-drawn lettering styles, multiple weights, and inconsistent spacing. There's no clear hierarchy at first glance. Your eye jumps from word to word, and some styles don't quite complement each other. So why would Disney, a company known for thoughtful design, make these sort of choices? It comes down to theming. Main Street USA is set in the early 20th century, when movie house advertising often used a mashup of type styles to shout about everything that was showing inside. Back then, it wasn't about sleek, minimalist pairings, it was about energy, excitement, and variety. This design is intentionally period appropriate, even if it bends or breaks our modern font pairing principles. So what's the trick? How do you pair fonts so that they work together instead of fighting each other? Here are 4 steps that can help you pair fonts like a pro. Step 1. Start with your body font. This is the font that's used for most of the text in your design. It has to be easy to read at small sizes, clean, and comfortable for longer passages. Think of it as the foundation of your design's voice. Step 2. Choose a headline font. This is the font that you'll use for titles or main headings. It should complement your body font, but add contrast so that it stands out. You can change the typeface, the font weight, or the style. Like this example showing a vintage serif headline paired with a script font. The goal is to create a pairing that is different enough to grab attention, but close enough to feel like part of the same story. Step 3. Give each font a clear job. Headlines are meant to grab attention. Subheads bridge the gap between the title and the information. The body text delivers all the details. Use size, weight, and spacing so those roles are obvious at a glance. And step 4. Try to limit how many fonts you use. 2 is usually enough. If you add a third, make sure that it's for a very specific accent or purpose, not just because it looks interesting. Once you start noticing strong font pairings, you won't be able to unsee them. They'll pop out at you everywhere you look. The next one is one of my favorites. Here is the classic ride poster for the Jungle Cruise. Notice the Adventureland name sits at the bottom as though it was made from tree branches. The headline uses a bold hand-drawn dark red font that instantly says adventure. Above it, a smaller, simpler line in an aged-looking serif giving you all the details without stealing the attention. This is how to create hierarchy through pairing. The display font grabs your eye, the clean secondary font delivers the details, and the style reinforces the adventurous story that the ride promises. Even before you read a word, the font choices tell you what kind of experience that you're in for. So how can you tell if your pairing is working? Once you've picked your fonts, shrink down your design to phone size and see if you can instantly tell the headline from the subhead and the body text. Take a step back from your monitor or print it out and tape it up on the wall and view it from across the room. The hierarchy should still be crystal clear. And that's font pairing. It's not just about picking two fonts that you like. It's about choosing typefaces that work together to tell the story, to make the message clear, and to guide the reader through the information. Remember what I said at the beginning of the video, when two typefaces are paired well, one will naturally lead the way, guiding the eye to what matters most. And that little bit of hierarchy is what makes a design feel intentional. When you pair fonts correctly, you're adding one of those small details that can have a huge impact on how your audience experiences and remembers your work. Join me next time as we hunt down more fundamentals of design on Designed in the Wild. I'm not just a graphic designer and a high school teacher, I am also an author. I wrote a book called The Dragon Codex: Quest for the Relics of Design. This is a great story about three young dragons who have to learn graphic design to save the world from creative destruction. It's a book for young adults, and it's a story about family, it's a story about friendships, and a story about finding your place in the world. Pick up a copy today. I know you'll love it.